TIFU by being old and out of touch before buying an Xbox game. I'm not a gamer. I enjoy the occasional game on the Xbox 360 I bought my kids years ago. I got Portal 2 from the library years ago and really enjoyed that. Based on that, my wife got me the orange box for Christmas one year. This is where I've spent most of my game time. Half-Life and Portal. Having played each of these several times now, I decided to search for some highly regarded FPS games. I landed on Titanfall and picked up a copy. FFS. Nowhere in any of the comparison articles I read mentioned anything about Titanfall requiring an Xbox Live account, let alone a gold subscription. You see, being in my 50s and only an occasional gamer, I was stupid enough to think that by having the game on disc I would be able to just pop it in and play. 'Cause that's how it was in my older gaming days. Nope. Not the worst screw up. I know, but I'm annoyed, aggravated, and feel pretty stupid for forgetting about pay-to-play and DLC. Now I know better, and I guess I'll just stick to playing Half-Life and Half-Life 2 for eternity, or go back to PC gaming. TLD or TIFU by not researching old Xbox games before buying. Better suggested TLD or I bought an Xbox game expecting to be able to play on my own, but it required Xbox Live to work. Sounds like you bought the Xbox 360 copy, which will be even more of a nut punch because I'm 99% sure nobody plays that version anymore. And there's no bots to play with alone. I love the Halo franchise. Played every single version of it to death, with my various roommates and friends all through college. Almost every night, often all night, and still quite often with my spouse after college. I was even in the audience for the Halo 2 announcement. You get the idea. I was a big fan. Halo 5 is announced. I'm absolutely thrilled. I save up to buy the latest Xbox since it doesn't run on the previous one, and pre-ordered the game, and an extra controller for my spouse. That adds up to a lot of money. The big day comes. Have a whole night planned to play through the campaign. I put the game in, download the updates for a very long time, finally start it up, and can't figure out how to add the second player. Turns out, there is no way to play the campaign with more than one person on the same console. I know this is the standard now, but my thought was, why the hell would I want a Halo by myself? I wanted to throw the whole thing out the window. As a heads up, Titanfall 2 has a single-player campaign which is, for my money, the best single-player campaign in an FPS ever. The more I discover about the world, the more I realize my parents might actually be the most technologically inept people on this planet. Mom is 55 and Dad is 60. Op is out here using Reddit and playing Xbox games, while I spend 45 minutes on FaceTime with my parents, trying to help them log into Netflix. I'm a little younger than you, and I just don't really get the need for everything to be multiplayer online. I game to get away from people. I don't want to interact with people. Just let me play. There are many games that allow for that, but my kids don't game unless they're playing with someone, and I think it's weird. Apex and Warzone are free to play. No subscription or purchase necessary whatsoever. That being said, they are very sweaty games and can be a bit challenging for new players to jump into. Man, it happens to the best of us. I have a Series 10 now and I'm staying at my dad's without Wi-Fi. And I figured no biggie, I'll play my old 360 discs. Nope. Turns out you have to have internet to verify the disc before you can play it. And it doesn't come preloaded with the DVD player app. It's pretty useless without internet. And I red-ringed my old 360 by switching out the HD too many times. Plus it's over 10 years old by now and sat unused for a long time. I have another old 360 but it doesn't have HDMI, so I can't hook it up to my TV. Tech really has us in a bind these days. I myself have not played any Titanfall game, but I know that Titanfall 1 I think is multiplayer only, and Titanfall 2 has a single-player campaign. Also, if you have even a basic PC, you can get the first Half-Life game for pretty cheap plus its expansions, and it's very similar to HL2, obviously, but definitely worth a play despite its age. I have a feeling that you would enjoy playing The Darkness on the Xbox 360. Buy Skyrim or literally any Bethesda game if you're looking for a good gaming experience. Also, Infamous. But that may be a PS3 exclusive. Wow, that is an old sentence. Proper Half-Life 2 era shooters that are also on the 360, I can pull a few names out of a hat. Fear, Doom 3, Quake 4, Chronicles of Riddick, but there's an endless list of good ones. You could even stretch to a Fallout 3 which will last you ages. You're not looking for Titanfall, you need Titanfall 2. The first one was online only, the second one is the story one. Honest suggestion, though it might be overkill. If you ever want to get into more things, get a Series S in Game Pass. $15 a month. Includes gold and more included games to try out than you'd know what to do with. Pick up a copy of Titanfall 2. You can pop in and play that one because it has an offline campaign. One of my favorite games of all time. Bro, you need to try out Dark Souls on the Xbox 360 if you're looking for fun solo experiences. This game is fun. First of all, it's also a very challenging game that will keep you occupied for much longer the other two games you have mentioned, and you can also play multiple characters while being able to restart the game from the beginning after you beat it with your good loot and making the enemies even harder. There's also a lot more games in that franchise if you like it. Try searching for Kingdom Come: Deliverance. It will change your life, and you will thank me later. Believe me, it's so awesome. And no, it doesn't require anything online. Strictly solo. Awesome storyline, captivating gameplay and beautiful graphics. What's not to like? And I feel you. Back in the day, I bought the orange box. Like you. But unfortunately, I was in the middle of moving to another place. And that place had no internet, and guess what was required to activate it? This is one of the main reasons I gave up on gaming. If I feel like gaming these days, I'll just dig out the good, old Nintendo 64 or SNES from the drawer. Not sure if anyone else recommended. But as far as first persons go that are kind of puzzly, you might enjoy the BioShock series, and there's 3 games all on the 360. You can probably snag them pretty cheaply. Just don't read any spoilers because the storyline has some solid twists. So, given your situation, I offer you this sub. Our patient gamers, I promise it's not trying to take a shot at you. It's a sub for people that wait for games to come out with all the patches, updates, DLCs, and to be cheap. The people there will have game options you may like, and they will all work now, as most of them play the games after the hype is done. So online-only games don't often make it into people's lists there without ways around it. Self-hosted, fan servers. I've had an Xbox 360 until recently, and some of the campaign games I enjoyed were Tomb Raider, 2013, Adventurer Lara Croft's Origin Story, Halo 3, ODST. In another comment you mentioned not really liking the first Halo all that much. But this one, for me, brought a slightly different tone, with having more somber main story and soundtrack than usual for a Halo game. Skyrim. An open-world role-playing fantasy. Dead Space. Survival horror. An engineer trying to escape a monster-overrun space vessel. Resident Evil 4. 2005. Survival horror. Special agent searching rural Spain to find the president's daughter while fighting off enemies.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.